The Week 11 player props and Stephception episode of the Stephie Smalls Show on the Sports Gambling Podcast Network is brought to you by Underdog. Underdog is hooking up new customers. Play just $5 and get $100 in bonus funds when you sign up with code SMALLS. Get every episode of every show in one convenient feed. Search SGPN on your favorite podcast app to subscribe today. Let's yap.
Stephie touch balls, betting it all on the power bottom falls top drop the football like hopes they've been teasing, they're missing the fall season. ACL twisted, bank account freezing, but Smalls caught the shots like some Oracle reading. Leaderboard rising while the slot machine's ringing. She's slinging player stats like Nostradamus. $100 bills raining down upon us.
Happy Thursday, everyone. It's the prop episode. We are actually doing the show on a Thursday this week. We're going to do player props and Stephception with our friend Brad Thomas. And then me and producer Ryan will figure out what the hell we were doing for Circa Millions this week. So hopefully we can keep things up. Without further ado, let's bring in my friend, betting analyst at Mr. Brad Thompson on X. He contributes to PGA Tour, does all the things. How are you?
Dude, I'm chilling. Listen, every time I get to talk to you, and like you said, golf is on, so it's the weekend, and I'm excited.
Yes, I know. It's fantastic. How's golf going for you so far?
It is going unbelievable, right?
Yeah.
2 weeks ago, I hit a first-round leader. Hit first-round leader, spiked both the leaders last round, hit the outright and Ben Griffin. This week, I did not hit a first-round leader. My outrights look like crap, but we did hit a first-round lotto at 10-1. So it's been going pretty good. And like I'm the kind of guy who does like one lotto per round.
Yeah.
So like it felt really nice.
I feel like you always do, but I feel like you had a really good golf betting season.
Yeah, it just I don't know. Luck, I guess, hard work too, but it's been balling.
Yeah. Do you have anything for tomorrow that you looked at?
Not yet.
No,
I need to like scrape my guys off my memory because I feel like of the 5 golfers that I bet, 4 of them are over par, but things can change quick at this course.
Yeah, you never know. You're a Tampa fan, right? I didn't mess that up. How are we feeling about the season? How's it going before we talk about some player props? I actually like I like some stuff with the Bucs this week. How are you feeling? Temperature check on the season.
I mean, I'm not upset about the loss. Like I was there. I was at the game. We were like 10 rows up, and I was with my buddy. He's a Pats fan. I think he was more excited about the Pats winning than the Bucs losing because I know that the Bucs can compete with anybody, even when they're banged up. As they get healthier, as they get wide receivers back, I think Baker will be more comfortable. And listen, this is a team that's running with Sean Tucker and Rachaad White. Bucky Irving's finally practicing.
Yeah,
I'm really excited for this season.
Yeah. How do you feel about this Bills game coming up? Looks like Bucs are 5.5-point road dogs.
I think everything with the Bucs has to do if Bucky Irving can at least play a little, right? We don't need him to play a full complement of snaps. We don't need him to carry the ball 15, 16 times. But what we do need is for him to disrupt, to be that lightning, because we're missing that from Rachaad White and we're missing that from Sean Tucker. Just having that added benefit, that added bonus out of the backfield makes us lethal. But it's a bad time to play the Bills, right? Like the Bills just got embarrassed. You have freaking Mike McDaniel driving by a Bills bar. They're going to be coming for blood.
That's tough.
That's a
tough seed. That's a tough seed. Also, that shirt fucks. Let's talk some, but you're always wearing the best fits. Let's talk some player props. What's the first one that you were looking at when you took a look at this slate?
The first one, they say third time's a charm, and I'm going back to the well with Drake Maye. I have been a Drake Maye believer, not only in his arm, but in his legs, because he's really good at improvising. He's just been a very smart quarterback. He's gone over his passing prop a ton recently, but I'm going to his running prop. I'm taking both 25-plus rushing yards, which he hasn't hit in back-to-back games. But you have to remember, he did have a couple of kneel downs, and the Buccaneers basically gave him all kind of space to throw the ball. Now he's playing against a Jets team who are like bottom third in scramble rate by quarterback, around 7.2%, a high percentage. And I think he takes off a ton. He's not going to force it as a 14-point favorite as well. So what I'm also going to do, was take over 5.5 rushing attempts. That number's moved a little bit, but I don't mind taking 6.5, which he said every week since they played the Bills.
Yeah, I am going to stay with another quarterback's rushing yards. And I have this whole theory on him. I tweet it late at night. I love to throw these tweets out late at night so that
Okay.
people can't attack me. I have this theory and it's not strong because it's too small of a sample size. I think US Bank makes JJ McCarthy nervous. I have this theory that it makes him nervous. I feel uncomfortable about that spread. What I do like though is his over 20.5 rushing yards at -115. Chicago, let's look at this. They're allowing, oh my gosh, the most rush yards per game to opposing quarterbacks, averaging 26 there. He's gone over this 3 of 4 games played. He had 25 rushing yards versus them the first time on 2 rush attempts. I also don't hate that plus 330 for him to score an anytime touchdown as a little sprinkle as well. But JJ McCarthy taking off enough to get over the 20.5.
I like that, right? Like I like all things rushing in that game as well. Aaron Jones starting to look a little bit better. But also on the other side of the ball with DeAndre Swift, he's been running pretty well after like the first 3, maybe 4 weeks of the season where it looked like he didn't know how to find the hole. He's been having some success, and I think a lot of that has to do with Kyle Monungai challenging him, right? Needed that guy behind him to push him a little bit.
Yeah, absolutely. What's another prop you're looking at?
Yeah, I'm gonna go to the Bucs Bills game, and I'm gonna take Baker Mayfield over 213.5 passing yards. I know there's gonna be an emphasis on the Bucs running the ball, especially with how bad the Bills' run defense is. But I think that is the reason why you have to pivot off it. You think
Yeah.
about the Bills, and everyone's been able to have run success. Like the Miami Dolphins have struggled to run the ball this season, yet Devon Achane's going out there and he's just gashing them apart. So that means the Bills are going to put a heavy focus on stopping whatever running back the Bucs trot out there. But let's not forget, Baker Mayfield, despite some of the shortcomings he's had recently, has been a freaking really good quarterback. And it finally looks like Emeka Egbuka, after the hamstring injury, is back to being healthy. You could take his receiving number over. I'm not like saying that's a bad bet at all, but I do believe they stretch the field with Tez Johnson as well. So you get that double barrel of Egbuka and Tez Johnson. 214 is just a really low number.
Yeah, I'm just gonna honestly give out one of the Stephceptions. I like Egbuka's longest reception over 22.5 -115.
Okay.
This number got as high as like 26.5 that they were opening it at for a little bit. He's only not hit this twice this season in the games that he's played. 3 straight games going over this. Also, don't hate if you want to find the 30 plus. I didn't look at what it was at. This number is going to pop back up, I think, once he plays another game and goes over this. So his 22.5, I like quite a bit. It's funny because we're not that far removed from everyone talking about Baker in the MVP conversation.
Yeah, we're not. And listen, that team still has everything to play for, awards and Super Bowls. Even Emeka Egbuka, with Jackson Dart getting hurt and possibly missing some time, Emeka Egbuka just climbs right up closer to being the offensive rookie of the year.
Yeah, absolutely. We talked about some rushing stuff in that Vikings game. I'm just going to go back to the well. I gave out Henry's over rush attempts last week. DeAndre Swift is sitting at 12.5. I love that number, over 12.5, -120. The Vikings are allowing an average of like 26 rush attempts to opposing running backs. 12.5 is not much. I mean, Swift was back last week versus the New York Giants. He got 13 attempts. Expect him to get a little bit more than that, especially when you look at this Vikings team that hasn't been great against running backs. So he had 17 last time versus the Vikings. I think he gets closer to like 15, somewhere around there. So I like him to go over the 12.5.
Yeah, that's really fun. You know, another one that I want to talk about, I didn't take this, but sometimes it's fun just to talk about these and talk yourself into them, is I want to kind of look at Jaylen Warren rushing. The best bet in the NFL is taking an opposing running back of the Bengals 100 plus rushing yards. I feel like everyone does it. I mean, even Braylon Allen did it against the Bengals there. His number has changed, right? His number is 72.5, but I don't want to play 72.5 because I think if he hits his over, it's not because he's gashing them for 6 and 7 at a time. I think it's because he has one of those of the 25 to 30 yard variety, which gets him closer to the 100.
Yeah, absolutely. You mentioned Jaylen Warren, so I'll just give this out too. Another thing that since he's bad at is like they give up a lot of receptions and a lot of receiving yards to the opposing running back. So we're just going to run it back with his over 19.5 receiving yards at -108.
Yeah.
I like the number. And listen, that's funny. I see Trevor saying, like Stephanie's favorite, Jaylen Warren. Yes. Listen, I hate betting on him. I'm not a fan of the guy. You know what? It is what it is. But Aaron Rodgers likes him since he is allowing the 6th most receptions on average to opposing running backs. Last time they played, He had 5 targets, 4 receptions, and like 31 yards. So I'm good on this. Like 4th most receiving yards to the opposing running back. Give me Jaylen Warren over 19.5. I think that line should look closer to like 21.
I think when these two teams played each other last, they played each other already, right? Once, yeah.
Yeah, they did. Since he went off.
Jaylen Warren's
Chase had
number
like
was
1,000 receptions. Yeah.
I think Jaylen Warren's number was like 17.5, and he still went over his receiving number. So they bump it up a little bit there. That's kind of funny.
Sure. Yeah, absolutely. Anything else that you're looking at here? I think I have like a
Let
couple
me
more.
go back to Thursday night football.
Okay, let's do it.
If not now, when? If not now, can lightning strike twice? TreVeyon Henderson didn't really have that good of a game against the Tampa Bay Bucs outside of that really explosive run when it felt like the Bucs kind of had given up. But I'm going to go back to him, and Mike Vrabel said he's going to get a healthy dosage of something inappropriate. I think he's going to give him a huge load, right?
Listen, that load one, he did say load. Yes,
he did say load. And he says he's going to give it to him. I want him to give him all of the load. I'm going to take him 100 plus rushing yards and a touchdown. It's plus 340 for 100 and a touchdown.
Wow.
And like this Jets team, they're a 12.5 point dog. It's not like TreVeyon Henderson is this 10-year vet, some 35-year-old guy. When they go up, they're going to have to rush to get him out there to keep him healthy. Yeah. He's a young gun who needs the touches, needs to improve, needs to get better. So if they're up big, I think they just continue to pound the rock with him.
Yeah, absolutely. I love TreVeyon Henderson. I'm still so butthurt that I freaking missed the breakout game, which I don't know. Do you need 2 games to have a breakout game? Like how are we classifying a breakout game? I don't know what, but I'm pissed I missed it because that was my boy all preseason and I missed the game. I also love Kyle Williams. I missed that shit. And I bet I'll get none of either tonight. I'm sure that's what will end up happening. I'm going to stick with the running back. Mr. Bijan Robinson sitting at 71.5 rushing yards, minus 115. Panthers are without their linebacker Wallace. Brown is still out. The Falcons need to act fast. You got to figure something out. And the way to do that is to use Bijan. He had 84 yards last week. The last time they played Atlanta, like it was a negative game script because they're getting their backs blown out. I don't expect that to happen twice here. And even in that game, he still had 72 yards on 13 carries. So I think the upside with Bijan too, when we have a number like this, is like he can get this in 2 runs. He could get it in 1 run. So 71.5, I'm cool with it, especially at minus 115.
That's pretty fun. Bijan needs a ball in game. This Atlanta team needs something. Like you literally have your quarterback coming out and saying, I'm not getting coached in game and things like that. It's just not going well.
That was weird.
Everything is weird about the Falcons because they have an elite pass D, but they also give up some really dumb passes. And then their run D could be better, but I think sometimes they just miss. They just have bad assignments, which allow running backs to have these big gashing holes, right?
Yeah, absolutely. And the thing is too, the Falcons are so weird because they really have everything on paper and like the defense should be playing. It's weird. And then they were playing really well at home and then they didn't play well at home. I don't really know what's going on there. So I think there's something going on. There's something in the locker room going on. Like there's some type of situation that we don't know. So there's some disconnect.
I think it's just Raheem Morris just not a good coach. Like I watched that guy and I'm just like, what are you doing? Situational awareness is pretty low.
Yeah.
There was a time where Todd Bowles was kind of like Raheem Morris, where a lot of these defensive-minded coaches just really trust their defense, so they don't take too many shots. They don't extend the game and give themselves extra possessions. But in today's NFL, you need every possession that you can get because while it's not as high scoring as it was like 4 seasons ago, these are really talented offenses that if they need points, they can most likely go down and get them. As a defensive-minded coach, you just don't want to put yourself behind the 8 ball.
Yeah, absolutely. Any other props that you're looking at here?
Yeah, one more. This is a weird one because I don't normally take guys with bad hit rates, but I'm going with Jaylen Waddle over 5.5 receptions. And listen, since Tyreek Hill's gone down, he's been the man. He's been the main target of this team, but they've also been in some really weird games. 34-10 win over the Atlanta Falcons. He had 6 targets, 5 catches, 99 yards. That game would have been much more target heavy had it been a competitive game. Then they played against Baltimore, and Baltimore drubbed them. He still had 9 targets, 5 carries, and then 7 targets and another blowout, but for them against the Bills. I think this Washington Commanders team needs like a massive response. And I also saw that Dan Quinn's going to take over the defense, which means I don't think it's going to be as easy for the Miami Dolphins to just get these big chunk plays. And what the Commanders do well, at least in the inverse of their pass defense, they stop the run significantly well.
Yeah. Yeah, absolutely. What was I going to say? I'm going to read ads is what I was going to say. I'm going to read these ads and then we're going to get into Stephception and the rest of the props that I have. We're also brought to you by Novig. Novig is America's #1 sports prediction market. Novig, you're getting the best prices. It's available in 35 plus states. You like that? Download the Novig app and get $50 when you spend $5 if you use promo code SGPN. Get in on the action with Novig, promo code SGPN. And Underdog is your home for pick'em entries where you can win up to 500x. Here's a pick'em entry that I like. Will the Thrill, I don't know why I like so much in this game, Ricard higher 1.5 field goals made. Jameis higher 34.5 longest completion. And Devontae Adams longest reception higher 22.5. That'll get you 4x your monies. Underdog's got a brand new offer for new customers. Play just $5 and get $100 in bonus funds when you sign up with code SMALLS. Brad, how are we feeling about this Rams Seahawks game that no one will shut up about?
Wait, I think I saw something like which game should be on the sports book at the same time. I don't know, because I have had a problem with picking the right time to fade and with the right time to bet on both teams.
Me too. I can't get on the right side of either of them.
Dude, luckily, I picked the Bucs against the Seahawks, which was pretty nice. And I think I picked the Niners against the Rams, which was like not nice. I do think the line's kind of fair at the 3-3 and a hook though, because Seattle's playing some really good football. But one thing that the Rams do, and I think will cause trouble for Sam Darnold, is they're able to get pressure on the quarterback without having to send a blitz, which means they're able to put more people in coverage and still get home with 4. I think Sam Darnold, with pressure in his face in a high leverage situation, that's the Sam Darnold that might revert back to the guy we remember a few years ago who was throwing interceptions, making bad decisions.
But then, if the Seattle wins this game convincingly, guys, I don't know. This Seattle team, there's something about it. And I've been saying it for a couple weeks. And a couple weeks ago, it was what was it, week 3? You still could have gotten the Seahawks to win that division at plus 700 too. And I'm kicking myself for not taking it.
It's crazy. And I'm all for these comeback stories, because people kind of thought it was a fluke with Sam Darnold.
I love it.
In Minnesota. And then no one wanted him. Minnesota's having their own quarterback growing pains. And they could have kept him, could have just racked him up for not that much. And now he's playing in Seattle. And also you hear about JSN. JSN, everyone forgets in college was the man. And then he got injured. And then I don't know if he struggled to come back or he was kind of saving himself and not forcing it to go to the draft. And obviously his emergence now is basically what everyone predicted when he was at Ohio State before the injury.
And I just love that Sam Darnold is also the one throwing the ball. It's just come on, it's fucking awesome. I feel like we don't appreciate enough how ass Sam Darnold truly was on the Jets. That team can should we give Zach Wilson another chance somewhere?
I think so.
Because I have questions. It's Sam Darnold, good for him. You know what? He is a very likable guy too. I'm all for Mr. Sam Darnold. Only other prop that I like before I talk about some of these longest receptions that I love very much. Mr. Schultz.
Okay.
So receptions are saying at 4.5. I see a plus 110 on the green book. I don't know if that's moved. Everywhere else, I see a minus 115. He's at 19 targets, 13 receptions the last 2 weeks. Stroud is not playing. I think some of that spike also came from Mills. His receiving line is 42.5. I think I decided to go this direction instead. That is minus 115 as well. He's gone over 2 straight weeks. He's quietly also fantasy tight end 11. Let's give Mr. Schultz a little bit of credit here. And the Titans are allowing, looking at their last 4, Gadsden had 5 receptions, 68 yards. Warren had 4 receptions, 53 yards. Henry, 4 receptions, 33 yards. Hooper even had 2 receptions and a touchdown. And then Michael Mayer had 5 for 50 with a touchdown. So that's enough for me here for Schultz to get over the 42.5, I think.
Listen, I've never been a Dalton Schultz believer, truther, or better, but I think this situation works out really well where the Titans, first of all, not great against tight ends, but also they're really quarterback friendly. Like when opposing quarterbacks play against them, life's a lot easier because there's a bottom tier defense.
Yeah, absolutely. Last guy I want to ask you about. Have you seen, this is like the peak part of the season. I know I talked about it a little bit last show, but where fans start like turning, or maybe I was saying on my earlier stream, fans start like turning on players and like finding people to hate. And like, they're like, get rid of like the one that I'm seeing right now is Justin Jefferson, which is like,
oh my God,
it's the funniest thing I've ever seen in my entire life because like, it's fucking Justin Jefferson. Like, I don't care what, is this like a buy low spot? I mean, I did bet it over 69.5. I saw that number. The lowest I saw was like 71.5. Like, he had a season high of 12 targets, 4 catches. He only came down 4 of them. But like, he has to pull in more versus Chicago, who's like, I mean, they're 26 in defensive pass DVOA. Like, they're allowing, and we saw what Slayton just did. I refuse to believe that Justin Jefferson is just bad now because Skull Vikings, whatever the hell, they decided he's bad now. What? Maybe it's your quarterback.
Yeah, it's 100% the quarterback. Like, fans have memories of goldfish, literally, because Justin Jefferson was elite. He was one of the best wide receivers in the NFL. That just doesn't vanish overnight. It's the dude is what, 26 years old. That's just not going to go away. I'm sorry, but he was targeted 12 times. His quarterback was unable to get him the ball. But I think he's playing against another favorable spot where you could take his over. My only problem with Justin Jefferson is like, you're literally battling and you're betting on JJ McCarthy. You're not really betting on Justin Jefferson's separation or running his routes correctly. It's a JJ McCarthy ball.
It's just like, when's the last time we saw his number this low? Like, that's crazy. Maybe I'm just being a goofball.
No, I think his number was, listen, if you want to talk about some correlation or a good number, a good sign, like the last time his number was at lows when he played against Philadelphia and he went over. So
I'm like kind of getting the urge to bet him 2 touchdowns. Okay, I'm not going to do that. Obviously, we're not doing that.
That might be a little sick. The man had 2 touchdowns.
Now I'm getting crazy. Now I'm being crazy.
Wait. What are the odds for 2 touchdowns? I just have to know.
Yeah, I mean, I also have to know. I feel like it's very important for me to pull this up very quick. Now I said it.
Plus 750. Okay. He actually has the lowest odds in the game of scoring.
Not even. Okay. Never mind. Never mind. I don't know if I can bet
they're on to you. I mean, division foe, like, it's fun.
Yeah, it's something. Do you ever bet longest reception?
Sometimes, but knowing how much you loved it, I did look up a few. And
you did? Okay, give me your first one. I know I already gave out.
Who did I give out? Show up to the party without drinks. That's for sure.
What?
You said I did. I said I'm not showing up to the party without drinks.
Yeah, hell yeah, I know. Okay, let me hear the first one that you like.
All right, so the first one, I'm gonna go to tonight's game, and man, this was a tough one because I know I wanted to like be really excited. Let me see what the exact number is. Let me pull it up. I don't want to give out some fake number and everything. Brad, that number doesn't exist. I'm going with Stephon Diggs under 21.5 longest reception.
Okay.
He's hit it 3 times this season. But I just feel like in this game where they don't have to stretch the field continuously because they won't be in a losing position, they just be able to run and pound the rock. The Jets also aren't terrible in the second level. Like their secondary is minus Sauce is not amazing, but it's not just downright bad.
Sure.
It's just not getting the ADOT that for a 21.5, maybe it was like 19.5. I think I'd probably be more amped to bet it. And I think all of mine are unders. I know that's not as fun.
Woo! No, I like it. Usually this is about the time of the year where I start like switching to add a couple unders. I didn't do that this week, but that's okay. Zach Ertz. Hi, Zach Ertz. Yeah. I see there's a 16.5 at minus 125. Totally fine with you going to the 17.5 plus 102. holy shit, Dolphins. I mean, like they're allowing longest receptions to the opposing tight end. Like it's basically their job. They are no bueno against the opposing tight end. Last week, Knox and Kincaid both had a catch for 20. And then Baltimore, Charlie had one for 20. Likely had one for 35. Andrews had one for 20. Pitts had one for 24. And Fannin for 19 the last 4 weeks. So I like Ertz to get involved here. Especially at 16.5 and then the 17.5 at plus 102. I'm here for it.
I like that. Listen, I got another one. It's another under.
Yeah.
And I'm going with McMillan. And let me look this number up as well. He
Okay.
was at, I think he 53 or 23 and a half, 24 and a half around that number. I'm taking his under as well for longest reception. Let's see, he hit it last game, but also another team that's really tough to just go out there and chuck the ball against in the Atlanta Falcons. They don't have as low as an ADOT of the New York Jets, obviously, because the Jets are the lowest in the NFL, but it's more on the pass rush that's going to have the ability to get home. Yeah. And I don't think Bryce Young's going to have a ton of time to chuck it downfield. This is also another guy who's only hit this number 3 times the entire season. A couple of those were pretty lucky in massive games. Like when they played against the Cardinals, he had an insane game. Another one, he had a really big catch against the Miami Dolphins. And then last week.
Yeah, I'm with you. He was hitting for a while. I just had to, I gotta stay away. And like we were saying, the Falcons have to come out hungry a little bit here.
Yeah,
so it's time. You mentioned Waddle earlier. I think I do like him to get over this 25.5 longest reception at minus 115. He usually hurts me. So let's take this with a little bit of caution here. He's got over 2 straight games, over 4 of the last 6. So one thing that I know is the Commanders they're headed a different direction. Although we might find out later, I might be on the Commanders spread this week.
Okay.
Why?
The Commanders need a response.
The Dolphins suck. The Dolphins, I don't care that they beat the Bills. They dumped the Gatorade.
The Commanders need a response. And anytime I hear a coach who's really good, specializes in one part of the offense or the defense, and they're all of a sudden, I'm taking the reins and I'm calling the defense is Dan Quinn, or what Dan Campbell did, and he's I'm calling the offense and they scored 40 plus points. There's always a really good response.
Yeah, that's fair. Do you have any other that you want to add to the class?
This one is just I don't know if I love it or I just like it a little bit, but I'm just think situationally, I'm going to take Mason Taylor's under 13.5.
Okay.
He will get a ton of volume, but Justin Fields just hasn't been a good quarterback. He hasn't been throwing the ball well. And I think without that threat of Garrett Wilson on the outside, it just becomes, you just start really honing in on the other pass catchers who have made more of a mark this season, which also kind of opens up the door for Adonai Mitchell, for AD Mitchell. If he goes out there, he probably won't be the focus of the defense. And maybe he has a big game. Maybe he catches one of the 16 or 18, which is higher than his prop. So yeah,
I like it. I have a couple more. Listen, always against my New York Giants. I don't know who the hell knows. I don't know whoever's playing in the secondary. I don't even know who's going to be on him. Half the time they're making up players at this point, making them up. They're pulling them off the streets is what's going on. Christian Watson over 20.5. This number is going to end up moving at some point. This is still low because we're just seeing him come back. He's gone over this every single week. So I like firing on that 30 plus 2. You can take deep shots against this Giants secondary. I like Noah Fant longest. 13.5. I mean, he's gone over this 3 straight weeks. He's also gone over this versus Pitt, 23, 16, 25, those last 3. And I see Trevor in the chat again. Yeah, everyone wants it to be Lockett week. And I love that for you guys. It's Trey Tucker week. And he's going to go over his longest reception, 21.5, as he has been doing consistently. And that's it. I will hear no more of it. I love Trey Tucker.
Look, I really love that Christian Watson one, because even in the last game, he had 3 opportunities to haul in over the 20.5. He had a 21-yard catch that was called back. He had a 22-yard catch that was dropped or misplaced pass, and then he had the 24-yard catch. That's 3 opportunities of 20-yard passes.
Yeah, absolutely. Before I let you go, we got to get We got to get a Cade Otton touchdown this week. I'm sorry. I've had enough.
Otton touchdown.
Second most red zone targets without a touchdown with 48. Enough is enough. It comes this week. I'm just going to bet it every single week until it happens. Plus 240.
Plus 240 is good.
That's nice.
And dude was a target monster last game too.
Yeah, it's time. It's time for it to happen. Any last thoughts about this week before I let you get out of here?
No, not really. I do actually listen. I want to give out a college football player. I know it's an NFL show, but I just think everyone is sleeping on Jeff Sims because he was so turnover worthy at Nebraska. He plays for Arizona State. I like his rushing over 66.5, but I also like him to run up to 150 plus rushing yards, plus 1,500. He's coming off a 200-yard rushing performance. He's ran the ball like 20 times in two of his last 2 games that he started.
Absolutely love it. You were fantastic. Let the people know where they can find your work, what's coming up. Obviously, go follow Brad over on Twitter. You probably the easiest way to do that. But let the people know.
Yeah, you can follow me on X at Mr. Brad Thomas. If you want to catch my NFL every Wednesday and Sunday, we go live. Breaking Bet is the Twitter page. And then if you follow my golf, PGAtour.com.
Love it. I will catch you later, Brad. Always appreciate you coming on.
Night. Good luck.
See ya. Rhythm is crushing it. Speaking of college football, NFL, and now they just added the NBA. Rhythm is also giving away weekly cash prizes just for tracking your bets in the app. Track 5 bets of the same type from any model you build, and you win $1,000. Who couldn't use $1,000? Tajay Spears under 2.5 receptions, minus 115. This is a smart signal and a Rhythm sharp under with a win probability of 71.8%. Use promo code SGPN25 when you download the Rhythm app for 25% off your first month. Download Rhythm and use promo code SGPN25. And it's time for producer Ryan and Extra Holes.
Extra Holes.
Hey, a little tech issue playing the intro to Extra Holes, but we are coming in hot.
That's okay. I was going to make someone stress eat a block of cheese like I did. Who needed a question? Hall versus Cook in terms of dynasty. I need to know more. You guys always ask these questions. I'm like, I don't know if it's PPR. I don't know who your other running back. I need more information.
Get your info straight if you want answers. Come on, people.
Okay, you can also DM me on Twitter and I will get to you. Please don't.
There you go. She's a woman of the people.
Did you see someone said I look like, did you see that person that trolled me before we jumped on? And then we'll talk some bets. They said I look, I was trying to make myself look attractive, but I just look constipated.
What? What does that even mean?
I don't know. I feel like we're not getting creative. Like
tell the people, how are your digestive issues right now? Are you good?
I mean, I don't drink water, so I go tweet it. I was like, I probably am. So there we go.
Okay. Well, there you go.
Just leave me alone. Right. How about that?
There you go.
Okay. Let's talk Circa.
Let's definitely talk Circa. I'm going to start by giving out prison picks from Tiny. He gave us 4. He loves Seattle. Loves it.
I kind of do too. I
kind of do too.
But I think I am being a little bit of a brat because I have not seen a single person take. Everyone is touting the living fuck out of the Rams.
That's okay though.
Yeah.
I don't know. I'm kind of, I mean, I just watched Seattle beat the shit out of my Cardinals, and that's not saying much, but I'm becoming a believer, I gotta say.
I can already tell how this is going. I can feel the aura coming from Tiny. Does Tiny have the Giants?
Yeah. How'd you guess? That was the next one literally on my list.
Little fucker. Well, big fucker. But like, I know. Also, if you guys don't know, Tiny is in prison, and we get picks from him every week.
That's why we call it prison picks.
Yeah. We're not just like, if you're confused, if you're just tuning in. And
Tiny is in Yuma, Arizona prison complex.
Yeah.
And he messages me picks.
Yeah.
And he's been doing all right.
And if you are tuning in for the first time, go rate and review the podcast, like and subscribe, follow, do all the things. I was supposed to come up with a giveaway and I didn't do that. Maybe I'll come up with something for next week. What else does he have? Last time we took the Giants, it was a bad idea.
I know. Even crazier, he's predicting them to win straight up. So maybe Tiny has drank a little too much.
I think they're letting them watch
like
too many Jameis videos in prison.
Although Jameis' first start.
I know. But
all right. One of our rules.
Jameis
One of
is
your rules
also-
that we've adopted.
The Packers also have lost to us the last 2 times.
Okay.
And Jameis also
Something to
turns
consider.
into like Peyton Manning when he plays the Packers. But guess what? Nope. Not getting to do it. I don't. I could see them. I don't know. I'm not talking. I can't. The Giants have been good against the spread, though. Okay, keep going.
He likes the Bears. You said earlier in the week that you think the Vikings are the right side, but you refuse to bet on JJ McCarthy.
Yeah, I can't. I mean, why is everyone so confident in this? Like, I don't.
So confident in the Bears?
In Viking. Like, I feel like the public is so heavily on the Vikings this week.
Well, Tiny likes the Bears. Maybe he's on to something. Go against the public.
I don't know. Does he have any other ones that interest me?
One more. He likes the Dolphins.
Okay. No.
No.
I don't know. But, like, if you look at the Dolphins, they either, like, win by a bunch or then they lose. Like, it's just they're PMSing. I don't know what they want. Yeah. And it's also an international game. I kind of lean taking, I know we're not supposed to lean, but, like, I hate the Commanders, and I'm always on the wrong side of them, but I don't hate Dan Quinn taking control of the defense. And something kind of happens, but it's an international game. They get weird. But again, like, there's not a lot to like. There's not a lot of
I feel like they're too bipolar for me to try to bet on.
I know we both like the Chiefs though. Andy Reid off a bye.
We were messaging about that. Like the Chiefs.
We like the Lions. Okay.
And we also messaged each other about Atlanta. How are we feeling about that now? Atlanta -3.5. I'm looking at the Circa lines now. Atlanta -3.5 against the Panthers. Atlanta at home. They were a home powerhouse last time we picked them, and then they lost, which was a couple weeks ago, right?
Yeah. I feel like they're in desperation mode too.
They are. Definitely. So we're looking at right now. You said no to Giants +7.
What does Circa have the Houston line at, actually?
Texans -6.5. I don't hate it.
I like it.
CJ Stroud's still out? Definitely, or?
Yeah, he is, but I don't think it's really mattered, has it? And I think that defense can have them in a tizzy.
Okay.
A tizzy. I make up new fucking words every week. Why do you guys let me get away with this?
It's, you know what that's tizzy's close to? Tizzle, tizzle.
Tizzle, tizzle.
I was trying to show tizzle, tizzle. There we go.
I like the Texans. Are we always on the wrong side of the Texans, though?
We have been every time we picked them.
Yeah, we had. Well, and then the week I wanted to take them, we didn't take them.
Right, and they won, and they covered.
Let's take them.
Okay, I'm gonna click it.
Okay.
Falcons. What are we thinking on the Falcons?
They have to, right?
Okay. How
I love a desperate team. I love a desperate team. We love desperation.
Do we want to lock in the Chiefs coming off the bye?
Yeah. I'm not. And they just lost. No, thank you. Mahomes off a loss. I'm good. Yeah.
Lions +2.5 versus the anemic offense Eagles.
Yeah, I kind of think this is just a spot where I just think the Lions are the better team. And we saw with Dan Campbell calling plays what it looked like. And I love it.
It did look good.
Yeah.
All right. Then that's 4. Lions, Chiefs, Falcons, Texans.
Seattle. Let's fuck everyone. I don't give a fuck.
Let's go Seattle. Plus 3.
It. Yeah, fuck it. I don't care.
This might be the fastest we've ever locked in our picks.
Yeah, which means we're going 0-5, baby.
Or it could mean we're finally going 5-0.
Hell yeah. Hell yeah.
Falcons,
do you have any props that you want to give out before we leave?
Well, let me just recap these real fast.
Okay.
Texans -6.5 versus the Titans. Falcons -3.5 versus Panthers. Seattle +3 versus Rams. Chiefs -3.5 versus Broncos, and Lions +2.5 versus the Eagles.
Do it.
No, I don't really have anything else. I've been so busy. I haven't got to dig in yet. So
okay.
I will.
Do you dominate the taco, or do you let the taco dominate you?
You know, I'd like to think that I dominate the taco, but probably, knowing my personality, I probably let the taco dominate me. For those of you who don't know what we're talking about, there's a Skattebo video out there. Search Skattebo taco. You're welcome.
I think the funniest comment that I saw was that someone said he's the good kind of CTE, not the violent kind. But he's that man is so special.
He is. Him. Who would you rather go to a party with, him or Gronk?
That's bitchy. That's just
Is that a bitchy question?
Kind of, because Gronk went to U of A, so I know he knows how to party. And Cam went to
Skattebo went to ASU. We know how to party in ASU.
Well, Gronk is retiring today, so I feel like I'm sticking with Bear Down. I'm a loyal girly.
Yeah. I feel like it would be so cool for you to be at a party with Gronk and for him to lift you up on his shoulder. I mean, like
me and Gronk would have tore it up.
Like a little parrot, you could be up there.
Yeah.
Just drinking drinks and.
It would have been so cool to go to school with Gronk. What a story that would have been.
Yeah. So cool.
Fucking A. Yeah.
All right. Let's wrap this baby up.
That's all she wrote. We'll be back next week. Normal schedule, Monday, Tuesday, Thursday, 6 p.m. Eastern on YouTube. And then producer Ryan gets it loaded up. Audio version on to Spotify. I think we're on Apple. Right?
All the platforms.
All the things. Like, rate, review, subscribe, follow. I'll get triple D's up on Twitter. And
if you're watching on X right now, please go subscribe to our YouTube channel.
Please.
Appreciate it a lot.
Please. Okay. Love you. Bye.
All right. Love you. Bye.
Stephie Smalls Show, sports gambling. Play some bets on winners and catastrophe. If you want to know where to put the money, Monday, Tuesday, Thursday is the place to be.